This is the most inhumane thing I've seen this man do so far. You are really incinerating 500 metric tons worth of food, aid that is supposed to go to women and children who are hungry in other countries. I'm looking for all my Christians that voted for this man. Where are y'all? Because this is not godlike. This is something Christ would never do. Christ actually multiplied food so that people could eat. This man is burning food on purpose. The Atlantic reports that the Trump administration has given the order to incinerate food instead of sending it to people abroad who need it. This food was supposed to feed 1.5 million children for a week. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot to a lot of people, but that is a lot to them. And to purposely burn food instead of feeding people, this is disgusting, inhumane, deplorable. And the fact that a world leader is doing this shit, this is what y'all good Christians call Christ-like. This is what y'all think Trump is. Y'all call Trump the closest thing to God. This is godly-like to y'all? Y'all are really wrapped up in a cult if you think starving children is a part of God's wishes. Y'all can go to hell.
Wait a minute. They're about to burn 500 metric tons of food meant for children. And every day, MAGA will be on the internet telling us how they care so much about kids. And now they are supporting the fact that this food will be burnt instead of feeding people that need it so much. I went through the comment section of some videos and people were like, oh, he's expired. And I also got to hear, read from the comments that this particular food expired just 2 days ago. So they had time to distribute this food to the people that needed it. I think that's why a lot of people are freaking out on the internet. Well, I'm going to let some videos roll, then I'll come back with the commentary. You all let me know what you think in the comments. Do well to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary.
How does burning 500 metric tons of food help anyone? How does that help those in need? How does that help make America good or great? How does that benefit anyone at all? Food that was already paid for, $800,000 of food already paid for to help feed people across the world, feed children across the world during times of need, during times of natural disaster, during times where food and access to food is not readily available. 500 metric tons burned to ash. How does that help anyone? And if you say it's government spending, well, it took an additional $130,000 to burn the food. Food that was already paid for, by the way. There was no need to burn 500 metric tons of food. I ask this question consistently, and I won't stop asking it because that is the reason I started this platform in the first place, to help people. And the question that I ask is, how does this help anyone? Who does it help to burn food when you have people starving? Who does it help? How does that embody any Christian value? How does that represent anything good? Why? Why burn it? Why? Just why? I feel like at a certain point we're getting to a place where people are just choosing to do things because they can. No matter who it hurts or who it may affect, because they can, because they have the power to, they do it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
We burned 500 tons of emergency food aid for kids. That's enough food to feed every kid in Gaza for weeks. So I don't ever want to hear another cowardly conservative tell me about how we care about the kids. Clearly, you don't give a kids because you just let a bunch of them starve to death. And I don't give a shit that it expired today. Because you know what happened if you hadn't fucking laid all those people off? Kids would have been fucking fed, you rat fucks. It right here guarantees every one of these rat motherfuckers a straight loose ride directly into the ninth circle of hell. Because how the fuck can you even begin to explain that you let 500 tons of emergency food for starving children expire because you fired all the people who were supposed to distribute it, and you're trying to explain this as the same people who campaigned on getting rid of all the government fraud, waste, and abuse? I don't know that I've ever seen a more clear-cut example of government fucking waste than this shit right here. I'm sure Mike Johnson and the rest of the Pe0ple Christians in office took a nice big prayer after they made the decision to let a bunch of kids starve, just like Jesus would have done. If you're still supporting this, get...
Okay, so I tried to bite my tongue about this for a while, but I don't like to do this, but I'm finna do this. Because how, in God's name, do you burn 500 metric tons of food? 500 metric tons of food that was meant for children. Because it seems as though, as much as we talk about we're pro-life, 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 we're not pro-life. We allow the most egregious shit to happen to kids, and we're under the guise of for the kids. Because isn't this the same man that y'all voted for that was out here tiptoeing with little kids? Like, are we serious right now? And I think the crazy part is that we're letting it happen. Like we're letting it happen in our faces. They're playing in our faces. I've been saying this before he even got, they're playing in our faces. They're playing with our lives. They're playing with our children's lives. But y'all voted for him. Y'all voted for him. This is what y'all got. Now we got to deal with all the BS because of your stupidity. This is what we got to deal with. Thank you. Thank you for that.
So I saw a lot of magazines are actually very excited that this is happening, and a lot of them are calling at Democratic Party and of course Biden, because that they wasted money. They were the one that was wasting taxpayers' money and all that. This was food that was meant for children in Afghanistan and all that, is it Pakistan, just because of the either natural disaster or maybe they have a war that's happening in the country and they need urgent food for these children. About 1.5 million of them could have access to food for at least a week, right? But somehow, if this gets burnt, how then are they going to have access to food? That's why everyone is freaking out right now on the internet, because people can't just get to understand how somebody will be so happy that children are so hungry. We've been seeing videos of children in Gaza and all that who cannot even eat, even adults who are hungry and looking for food, people looking for food with everything that is happening in that country. Okay, now now, you are burning food that would have gotten to them. And a lot of people keep saying in the comment section, oh, they would have, why didn't they distribute it? That they told Biden to distribute it. Why didn't he do it and all that? And yet, you just keep wondering, like, why then did you guys not distribute it? Like, why didn't this current administration distribute it? They've been there for months. They've been there for months. Just count how many months they've been there. So they have the power to really distribute this food. All this while that people were calling for help on the internet for some of these countries that is going through stuff and needed urgent food. Why didn't they send those food to them to help them? And now they are ready to go burn them just because he expired 2 days ago. How melodramatic. Like, when you think about all of this, you just like, no wonder a lot of people are just keep calling Christians. I don't think it's something about Christian right now. Okay, we already know that even the people who are talking about who are controlling this are not really Christians, because when you are a Christian, you have the mind of Christ in you and you want to do the will of God at all time. Okay, you will do like Christ will do. So Christ will not watch people hungry and just let them be. So when we talk about, every time I just hear people say, this is how Christians behave. No, this is not how Christians behave. No, we always have the mind of Christ and want to give to the needy, help the needy at all time. Okay, whenever you see a needy, it's a necessary situation, you need to help, and that's exactly what Christ will do. But now, because of this, that's why we keep hearing people, call our Christians because of this. Okay, for people who have not for once acted, like Christ, we act with all the videos that we are seeing online of people really crying and begging for food from different countries that really need the help. It's quite unfortunate that this food is going to go into waste. This is about $800,000, like 800, like this is big money, you guys. And it's going to feed millions of children if it was given to them. But now it's bad and it has to go get burnt. It's quite unfortunate and it's heartbreaking, and that's why people are really freaking out on social media right now. Well, guys, let me know what you think about today's video in the comment. Okay, let me know what you really think about this whole food distribution and and not distributing the food and getting it burnt. I would love to hear your take. Do well to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. See you guys on my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.